Thank you, Leonella. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Kate Medlicott. I'm the Sanitation and Wastewater Team Leader at WHO in Geneva. And I just really wanted to join at the beginning to firstly to say welcome, of course, and to just give you a bit of an overview about where the sanitation safety planning fits in WHO's overall strategy on maximizing health impacts of sanitation. We're less than 3 weeks past World Toilet Day, and we highlighted a new report called The State of the World's Sanitation. And for those of you working in sanitation, it's probably no surprise that the report shows that we're alarmingly off track to meet the SDG on sanitation. And with that, it means that we're missing out on a myriad of health gains that could come with more and better sanitation services. And particularly within WHO's global plan, under the Healthier Billion, sanitation is the place that WHO sees the greatest opportunity to improve and touch people's lives in a positive way. So this is a really serious issue for WHO. It affects sanitation systems, but also so many things that we're working on. And what the State of Sanitation report makes really clear is we're not just talking about getting people toilets, but we have a health impact. We have to have a safe sanitation chain, the whole lot, so safely managed sanitation. And when we look at that, of course, it's going to be really expensive to give safe sanitation systems to everybody. But you know, what it also shows when we look at the health downsides of not investing in sanitation, actually inaction is much more expensive. And if we look at history, we can see that many countries have actually done it. It seems very like a very ambitious goal, but if we look back to what happened in Korea, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore in the 1960s and 70s, they transformed their public health, their economies, their environments within a generation by investing in sanitation. And at that time, those countries only had a GDP about the same as many sub-Saharan African countries today. So we're saying yes, it's expensive. Yes, it seems ambitious, but it can be done, and the costs of not doing so are higher. The report really focuses around 5 key accelerators. So the things that we have to really have in place. So financing, better data, better capacity, innovation, and the final one is governance. And I think that's really what we're here to talk about this week. You know, we can't continue to think about sanitation as something that households have to invest in for themselves. It's a private good for households. No, sanitation is a public good that needs strong leadership and governance in order for it to work, so that we can all claim those health benefits. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the SSP training, and it's covered in the Sanitation and Health Guidelines, which is our main normative technical reference on sanitation. And what you're going to see is the role that strong coordinated leadership can bring to planning sanitation systems, going from something that's rather chaotic to something that's well organized and everybody knows what they're doing at all stages of the chain to create safe sanitation systems. So you're going to learn about the coordination, the leadership, the targeting according to health risks, and monitoring and prioritizing improvements based on that. So I hope you have a really stimulating week, and with that I'm going to hand back to Leo and Sophie. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you for taking time from your very busy schedule to really join us. Now we have also someone who has been behind organizing the entire SSP training, and this is Sophie Boison, who will tell us about the actual training program and what is it that we are offering you the following days.
Namaste. Thanks, Leo. Oh, I can see that we have additional participants. It's great. We now at 16 in total. Welcome to those of us who join us just more recently. So just to give you a quick overview of the course objectives and how that's going to work. So the aim of this SSP training is really to give you the knowledge and skills to either initiate or participate or implement a sanitation safety plan in your specific area. The course has been designed using a ladder approach. So we have 3 different levels. So we have first we have a basic level, which is designed to give participants an overview of SSP so that by the end of the course, they will understand SSP, the basic principles, the main steps involved, but also the value of sanitation safety planning. So the basic level includes a 1 hour of self-study using recorded videos that are available on the platform, and 1 hour live online session daily. There's a practitioner level, so that level is really give each participant a chance to go through each step of the SSP process. So we have the same base as the basic training, but in addition to that, we have a group exercise where you get a chance to develop an SSP using a case study. So the duration of that level, it's 1 hour self-study and 2 hours and 15 minutes of live online session daily. And then the third level is really designed for facilitators. So for those of you who will be implementing or supporting the implementation of SSP. So this one still include a 1 hour self-study, plus 3 hour and 15 minutes daily. So it's really, so it includes the basic, then the use of a case study to develop an SSP. But in addition to that, you'll get to develop an action plan to implement SSP in your area. So you have to prepare the requirements, the time frame, the milestone involved in your SSP project in your area. So so if you can go down, Leo, please, just to look at the actual agenda. So as you can see, the training will take place, will start on Wednesday, 9th of December, and will finish on Tuesday 15th with the weekend in between. So daily we will be there for either 1 hour, 2 hour, 15 minutes, or 3 hour, 15 minutes, depending on the course that you've selected. So yeah, during that week we'll get a chance to work together using a mix of learning tools, including presentation, but also different types of group works and discussions, and which Leo will take you through in a minute to orient you around the different tools that you will be using over the coming week. So Leo, should I hand it over to you?
All right. Thank you very much. Let me remove the spotlight. So everybody, thank you very much. Thank you to Kate and to Sophie. Thank you, Sophie, for all the support and for guiding us in developing the sanitation safety planning online training course. So as Sophie was saying, we decided to offer you 3 options. So we didn't want to give you all the same offer. We wanted you to, as participants, select that training level that you are most interested with. what happened is that all our colleagues from Nepal are actually participating in the basic level. Is that true? So
Yes,
you
you're
all,
right. You're right.
exactly. So I mean, I'm very happy to see that we have almost everyone from Nepal. I mean, I've been counting, and it seems like we have almost everyone from Nepal. So all the guys coming from Nepal are going to be only requested to watch the videos, because once you you kind of read what it is about, you can make the most use of this 1 hour online session that we will have all together. Okay, then our participants from Nigeria, most of them or 6 of them, are going to be taking the facilitator level. That means that if, for instance, Walson Faminola, he is going to be a facilitator. So he will have to watch the videos, participate in the basic level, then we'll have a break, then we will do one online exercise together, then we will have a break, and then we will talk about what is it means to be a facilitator, right? So it means it's a ladder training, and then Walson, for instance, or who else, Edwin, do we have here from your team? I think, well, I don't see anybody else, but
yeah, we have, yeah.
Right. Okay, and then also a
Yeah.
facilitator, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the idea is that you not only receive theoretic information, but then you actually are confronted to having to develop an SSP during the practitioners. And then after that, we will have 45 minutes to reflect. What does it mean to me that I am supposed to initiate in 2021 an SSP in X location? Okay. All right. So one of the important thing, guys, is that we are going to be working with Zoom. So how comfortable are you guys with Zoom? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
All right. So we will be, as you know, that you all landed in the plenary area, in the private area, and then there we're right now in Zoom. So there are a few things that are important for us to know. The first one is that because we have 3 different levels, and in the practitioners and in the facilitators level, we're going to work in different sanitation systems, we need to ask you to please always have either a B, that means, okay, everybody from Nepal should have a B because this is the basic level in front of their names, right? If you're a practitioner, I believe we have a couple from Nigeria, it's important for us to have a P, so we know that you are in the practitioner's level. And if you're a facilitator, in your name, you should have an F before your name. So I will ask you to go to where you are right now in Zoom, and then on top of your name, you will see that if you can click on these 3 dots, can you see the 3 dots? You can rename yourself, and then if you're a facilitator, you just write an F in front of them, okay? And then if you already know which sanitation system are you working with, then you can write the number, but if you don't, we will do that later. And then you write your name, okay? So it is for us important to know, it's especially for the facilitators and practitioners level, which is the system, because we will break you in breakout rooms. All right. So let's see if we could, we have a Paminola, we have B, okay. Walson is our start student, always communicating with us and doing everything with us. Great. So if you're from Nepal, if you just write a B in front of your name, plus, so B and then your name. No, that's important for us to know who is there. Okay. So the second thing which is important for us is okay, so always keep your training level. So either B, P, or T, and the system number in front of your name. So it should be something like this. Now, because during the basic session, during the facilitator session, we will always work in small groups. So we will always be using breakout rooms, okay? So breakout rooms is a function within Zoom, which allowed us to go to smaller rooms to work in exercises or things like this, okay? So it will be Luis or Simone or myself, the ones preparing the breakout rooms for you. So once this happens, you will get a message like the one you see in my screen that says you have been invited to join breakout room X. And then you just have to click on join breakout rooms. Okay? Okay? All right. So once this happens, you can choose to, for instance, if we're doing an exercise together, and then you would like to ask a question and come back to the plenary, you just have to go to the button below and then click on leave breakout rooms, and then you will go back to plenary. However, if you come to plenary and then ask a question like Luis or Simone or Leonela, this is a question we had, and then you want to go back to your breakout rooms, you need to identify this button, okay, to be able to go back to the room in which you were doing your exercise. We will do an example after this, okay? But it's important to keep in mind that button, join breakout rooms. We'll keep reminding you about that button. And then you just go back to this breakout room. It's important, and I see that everybody is mute. It's important to, whenever somebody's talking, giving a workshop or a lecture, to be mute. But I mean, it is good that especially in the basic sessions, when we have questions, that we have the opportunity to make it more dynamic, that everybody can comment. So we will really want to make the SSP training a place for collaboration, and let's listen to us and more exchanging. Also, you know, the Zoom has many options, but they get somehow lost sometimes. So if you want to see who is there, or you want to communicate to your colleagues, you can always click on show manage participants, and then you will see who is there. Okay. Also, well, there is the chance to, I hope that you're seeing it like this, right? That the presentation is available and then participants are there. In case you don't, we are talking about a PPT and you don't see it, ask us, huh? Because we will be sharing a lot of material always. So what we're going to do right now, it's a small exercise, okay? We are going to, first, everybody please write the B. I can see that many of you already have the B of basics, like Raja, Rojendra, Sudan. For instance, Edwin, well, I don't know, Edwin, if you will be participating as a facilitator of basics, but let's leave it. Prashab, we're missing your B, but it will be, okay. Simone, it's okay. All right, so we will do the following, okay? We want to know who else is there, right? We want to know a little bit about our participants. We want to know a little bit about you. So we're going to play something which is called speed dating, okay? Have you ever heard about that? Well, we will split you in breakout rooms, which are a small number of with a small number of people. Okay, you're going to be with 3 colleagues. So in total, you're going to be 3. And then we're going to split you for 3 minutes. And you're going to exchange with that other participants to, you know, who you are, where are you from, what are you expecting from the SSP training, what do you do? But keep in mind that you only have 1 minute for each, because you will be 3, right? For 3 minutes. And we will do that 3 times. So the idea is that you get comfortable with this breakout rooms option, right? So we want you to go to the breakout rooms and also get to exchange with your colleagues. All right. So when Luis does that, I want to introduce to you to Simone Yonko. Simone is one of our trainees facilitators. We work together in our organization.
Yes, good morning, everyone. As Leonela told you, I will be a co-facilitator during the training. My name is Simon. I've been working with Leonela since at least 4 years. I've been co-facilitating SSP training courses in Latin America as well as in Europe. So I'm really looking forward to working with all together and learn a lot during these couple of days.
Thank you, thank you. Luis, are we ready to send our colleagues to the breakout rooms?
Yeah.
All right, guys, so don't get scared. We'll just go to a smaller rooms, and remember, just exchange among yourselves, just 1 minute who you are, and let's get to know other people interested in sanitation like ourselves. All right, so Luis, please take us to smaller rooms.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right, guys. So I believe we all know how this works, fine?
Yes,
Right,
yes.
so maybe there is no need to do another round, right? Let's as long as we know how the breakout rooms work, and then you already know some of your colleagues, we're doing fine, and we can then continue what we wanted to do today. So I believe, I don't know if I'm sharing, am I sharing screen?
No.
All right. So let me share my screen again. And obviously, is it there? You see it? Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously, everybody got inside the platform, right? I mean, it took a couple of emails and then Luis helping us out. But right now, everybody is able to go to the private area, correct? So here you see a number of instructions. This is something to be read before today. So next time you come in, you will not see in the plenary room so much information will not be there. What you will find is the direct link for the entire meeting, okay? So we will only access all of the meetings through this button here in plenary, always. Then we will be together during 1 hour for the basic level. So that means the Nepali friends and the Nigerian friends will all meet at the given time through this button. So one important thing is for those doing the basic level, so you know you all have to watch the videos, right? The videos are here. Have you had the opportunity to revise the tool? If you go besides plenary, it says SSP modules, right? If you click there, you will find an introduction to the session. In this case, it's the introduction to sanitation safety planning. Then you will find a video, okay? And here, in case you have issues not understanding my accent, no problem, all right? Because here is exactly the text of what I'm saying, all right? So you will always find for every single video, the transcripts. And also the PPTs, you can download here, for instance, the PPT, and here you can download it. If you want to print it, you can already start taking notes, all right? So for all our participants, you will find all the videos here in this section called SSP modules. And in every one of them, you will watch them and then you can see the transcript and the PPT. This is compulsory for everybody because whatever I am saying in the video, I'm not going to repeat in one hour online session, okay? So we will bring new information in the basic session. So please, 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 it's just the longest one is 18 minutes, but there are some of them which are 10 minutes, okay? So watch the video, it's very important. So we will meet on time, and we will have this join the meeting button. And during the basic session, which is attended by everybody, we will have some extra content. We will discuss questions, and we will always have an exercise. Always we will be breaking people in rooms, and we will do what we call a basic day exercise. That exercise will always be here below the join meeting. No, for instance, this is the first day exercise, what we will do on Wednesday. So so it is a Word document that you can download, and you can print, and you can have it in front of you. So if you really want to prepare for the lesson, then make sure that you already watch the videos, read what the exercise is about, and you can make the most of it. Okay, so let's continue with what do you see. So Plenary is where we will always find our button to join the meeting and the exercise of the day. In the SSP modules, we find all the videos and all the materials, and everything is ready to be downloaded and used. Then the library. The library is really a very comprehensive collection of material in sanitation safety planning. And the good thing is that right now you have access to all of that, okay? So in the library, you see that we have organized the training materials according to the level. So we have, for instance, day 1, the presentation, the handout. The presentation, the handout. So if you are doing your basic exercise, your basics level, you know already that that you can download everything, print it, and have it in front of you. We also have all the exercises templates here. And the self-study, are the same videos that you find up in the SSP module are here. You find all the sanitary inspection forms, the WHO guidelines on reuse, everything is there. And also very interesting material you can already download, okay? So it's a very comprehensive, good list of materials that we suggest you to revise. Then you may see here that it says workspaces. That workspaces is exclusively for those participants who are going to participate in the practitioners or facilitators level. Okay, so this is not relevant for our friends from Nepal who are only doing the basic training. Okay, but what do we find there? So the thing is the following. As Sophie told you, in the practitioners level, we are going to do an entire SSP, okay? So what do we have here? We have the case studies, okay? So our friends from Nepal, you are not going to take part on the SSP practitioners level, but if you go to library, and if you go to practitioners level SSP plan Copentown, you have access as well to this template of this exercise. Okay, so if you click here, it's open for everybody. You see that it is a Word document that you can edit anytime, that has the main elements of an SSP. You have seen that we have created these 3 different systems, that we have started developing elements of a SSP in this fake case study called Copentown. And then you also see that the practitioners and the facilitators will be actually working on this Word document. But it doesn't matter, my friends from Nepal, if you are not doing that level, you still have access to the SSP template that we have developed for the practitioners and the facilitators. Okay, you just find it here. All right, so these workspaces, we will divide the participants. We have been asking our participants from Nigeria, which is the system that you would like to participate, because there you see that this is the case study, we define the case studies, and then those participants will be preparing the SSP for this case study. And then we have the cafeteria. In the cafeteria, if you go to members, you can see already who are the participants. So it's really good, and we will really recommend you to upload your picture, see how nicely Edwin did it. For instance, if you click on Edwin, he already has his pictures, he tells us who he is, and it is really nice to know who is there. So if we go also, we see that other friends from Nigeria have already, uploaded their picture and told us who they are. This is really nice, from Nepal as well, and Simone, and we have also here Sophie and myself. So in the cafeteria is the place in which we will be able to chat during the entire training. For instance, if you have questions, if you would like to share some information, we can do that using the cafeteria. And finally, at the end of the training, there will be a survey here that we will let you know when it will be on, because we want your feedback. No, this is the first time we're doing SSP online, and we really want to learn from this opportunity and make things better in the future. Okay, is it clear?
Maybe one question from our side, Leonela. So Nepal team has confirmed for the basic level training, but if some of us are available and are interested, is it possible for us to join the facilitator or practitioner level training?
Absolutely, we'll be more than happy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Join us, of course, because see, so during the basic session, we are only going to be in plenary, right? We will give a little bit more information. For instance, Sophie has a very interesting lecture on pathogens and microorganisms. No, so the basic session will not be a repetition of the video. It will be extra information, and we will have a small exercise. Then it will be done. People who are in this level, they leave the session, we stay, and then we will do, and I will show you, an entire case study. So we will develop an SSP. So we have 3 groups, and this is for everybody who is interested to join us in the case study. We have 3 groups. The first group will be preparing an SSP for a typical conventional wastewater treatment plant. So in this case, you will see that the system is made up a flush toilet with sewer systems, with a wastewater treatment plant, and an end disposal. Okay, this is system 1. Then we will have a system 2, which is the one that uses flush toilets, septic tanks, and then fecal sludge management, correct? This is system 2. So it is the same cup and town, but you see there is a flush toilet, there is some sort of containment, then there are vacuum trucks, and then there is an end disposal. Okay, this is the system 2. The system 3, which might be quite interesting for many of us, is with latrines. Okay, so here we may have flush or dry toilets that are going to a pit that somebody is collecting probably by hand, and this is somehow either close the pit or we dispose it somewhere else. So we want to know from all those who are going to participate either in the practitioners or in the facilitators, we want to know which of these 3 groups you will want to join. Why is that? Because as I mentioned, each group will be working on a sanitation safety plan, which is this one, no, that we prepare as a template. So if you look at it, it already has information about the town, the institutional framework, the water supply, the climate projection. So it could be taken by any of you, adapted and rewritten with the information of your town, and that's the SSP. That's what's really, really good about it. No? So they will be working with for instance, they will start in page 10, identifying in the practitioners level what is the objective of the specific SSP to that system. They will be starting to identify who is the leader, who are the members of the SSP team. They will work with a given case study and map. So anyone who has interested, who is interested, please, we will love to know that you also want to join those levels. So I want to invite you to go to the plenary room and then see this thumbnail. Do you see it? Yeah? Okay. Will you please enter that mural? See if you see what I see. I enter as a visitor. Yeah. Let's see how many of you are there. We have a fish. We have panda. We have a koala. All right. So this is the mural that we will be using for our Town sanitation system. So guys, the thing is that SSP trainings are always face-to-face. So we always have these brown papers, we have markers, and we have all the stickers, but we are online now. So we need to use mural in order to identify where are the hazards, where are the hazardous events, and mapping the system, right? So I want to call your attention to the first thing is there is this menu here. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see it? If you click here, you can see that you can put some notes, right? And if you go inside the notes, you can write anything you want to, like, hi, this is Leo. Can you do something similar? Can you go to the sticky notes, which are to your left? Yeah. Can you go on top and write things on top of there? Just to, aha, all right. So do you already identify some elements of the sanitation system? See? We have you can see the latrines on top, right? You can see the pits. You can see the sanitation, the empty trucks, the wastewater treatment plant, right? So we will be working with this mural. Guys, do you see, now I'm going to make a little zoom. Do you see all these stickers here on your corner? In the corner up in right. Can you move those? Try to move them. Exactly. So visiting Panda, you move it and put it wherever you want to put it, Panda. Move them and then see, those are exposure groups. All right. So probably, exactly, we can write on top of them, and probably we will have to move them and put them in the respective drawing. See, for instance, in my case, this is a sanitation worker, and this guy is probably working in this emptying truck, right? So I need you to learn how to take this, to take those labels. See, for instance, we have the labels of all the exposure groups. We have labels for hazardous events that you will probably be using when working on the Town exercise in the practitioner's level. Okay? So this will help you to do the local health risk assessment that from what it derives the sanitation safety planning. So basically what I need you to is to be able to zoom in, to zoom out, to be able to move your labels and to write on top of your labels. Okay? Everybody took one of these labels and moved them around? All right. This is a test mural, don't worry. We have 3 more others for the actual teams. Okay? All right, guys. Once again, for our Nigerian participants who are for sure going to take the practitioners and the facilitators level, you need to tell us in which system you want to. Walson is working in the second, I believe, Edwin as well. But any one of our Nepali participants, if you would like to join us, we'll be more than happy to have you. Okay. And for those who are also interested to take in the facilitators level, you will also see that there is another template for facilitators. And if you download that, you will see that this is a kind of a helping hand that we are giving to those professionals, to those practitioners who are in charge of doing SSP next year. Okay? So Edwin, for instance, was asking us if we could prepare some kind of like a template for facilitators to start collecting information. Remember, Edwin? Yep. This is the one. So you find it again. If you go to your library, you will find templates for exercises, and then you will see that there is the facilitators level, the action plan. And here you will see that we have created the template for the facilitator to collect information about their own locality. So for instance, we have description of the locality, conditions of water and hygiene, the description of the sanitation system, the legal framework, the stakeholder engagement plan, the activities with the steering committee, the activities with the SSP team, and the actual action plan. So for those of you who will be facilitating an SSP training, an SSP process in a locality, please download the template and please already ask yourself, okay, what are the characteristics of my locality? What is the area covered? How many people live there? And use this template to start collecting all the information. Obviously, I am not expecting you to have it ready on Wednesday, of course not. But if you do have the responsibility of helping a locality to implement SSP, download this template, take a look, save it with your name, and start answering those questions, because it is not an SSP, it is an action plan that helps facilitators to organize themselves and organize the stakeholders so they can actually do an SSP planning in March. Okay? So these are two very good, important documents here. This is an SSP template, and this is an action plan for facilitators. Okay, is there any question? Because we are about to finish.
Okay. Sorry, just to add to one of the questions you raised earlier on. I think for Nigeria, given the uniqueness of our environment and the sanitation practice, we'll be taking two. That is the group 2 of the sanitation system.
All of you. Everybody from Nigeria will be doing group 2. Correct, Edwin?
Yes.
Okay, so what we will do, Luis, is that we will divide a question. Anybody from Nepal is thinking to join us in the case study?
Good, go ahead.
Yeah, we are thinking to join case study right now. We have to inform, or is it possible to rename our name with the alphabet, either B to Ya first? That is, if we would like to go for the facilitator level or P level.
Yes, you can do it.
Just before starting on day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Of course, everybody can join us. You just have to tell us which system. But Edwin, because you want everybody from Nigeria to do fecal sludge management, right? 2.
Actually, for Nepal, also fecal sludge management is the most important.
Okay. Okay. So
what do you suggest?
Nobody is interested in the wastewater treatment plant with sewer systems.
I think that from country perspective, it is better to divide ourselves in the different groups. Then we can have the technical knowledge on the different sectors. Yeah, fecal sludge management, sewerage system, or something like this. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what we will do is the following, Edwin. We will create group 2.2A and 2B. Okay. And 2A and 2B, we will divide Nigeria in 2 groups, because you cannot work in a case study with 8 people. It's too big. So we will divide the group in 2. Okay. So we will have half of Nigeria in 2.A and half of Nigeria in 2B. Okay. And then Raja, you let me know who should go to group 1, who should go to one of the 2 group 2s, and who should go to the group 3. Okay. And we can keep it open. So we will have 4 groups instead of 3. 2 of them doing septic tanks. Okay.
So we should inform this before Wednesday.
Yes, because Luis, see how it works. See that you see all the groups here, but then you will see here in my groups, the group in which the individual is assigned to. So Luis has to assign you guys one by one in each of your groups. Okay. So Luis, we need to divide group. We have to clone group 2 and have 2A, 2B, and then half of the Nigerians are going to A and half of the Nigerians are going to B. And then we wait for Nepal, and then we will include one of our colleagues in group 2 with these guys, so they exchange among themselves. Great. So we are almost ready. We are 1 minute and 47 minutes more. Simone, you wanted to say something?
Yes, just because somebody posed a question in the chat, and I think it's not yet totally clear to everyone what the difference between the practitioner and the facilitators level is. So maybe just a couple of last words.
Practitioners, we will do the Copenhagen town case study exclusively. Okay? Means that we will be filling in together this SSP template. Okay? And then you will see, if you go to the program, you will see that the blue is the practitioners. It says module 1. Then on Thursday, we will do module 2. Then we will do module 3, which are all the modules of the SSP methodology. And then you will notice that in each day, we will advance in our SSP for our fake case study of Copenhagen. But facilitators, it doesn't have to do anything with modules of the SSP. Facilitators has to do with how Simone, who has been in charge, I mean, he has right now the mandate to initiate an SSP in Bern in Switzerland. What skills does Simone need? Where does he start as a facilitator? So right now, Simone, you do an SSP in Bern. And then he's like, okay, what do I do? So that's what we do in these 45 minutes. We will talk about stakeholders, which is the most critical and most important part of an SSP, is identifying the correct stakeholders. And then first we will identify them, characterize them. Then we will have a participatory stakeholder strategy. Then after that, we talk about who is the steering committee. Simone, who you in Bern have to engage as member of the steering committee so this system thrives and moves. And then we will talk about building capacity of the SSP team. And then finally, on the last day, how do you prepare your SSP action plan? So it is exclusively 45 minutes for those guys who have to do this themselves. Like I am doing it right now in Polo 1, you know? Oh, so that's the facilitators. It's really to tackle that, what that guy has to know to do it in his own city. Is it clear? All right. Any other question, guys?
Library and the all related information documents are available only during training days, or we can have access later on also?
Yeah, you can have access later. But at some point we might need to close the training. So we
Okay,
suggest
thank you,
to,
thank you.
to do it soon. But I mean, 1 month, you know, we will always. Yes, Walson. Yes. Any other question?
Yes. Leniola, I just want to know the various groups that have been selected. What is the relationship between the group that have been chosen and the SSP plan that will be developed in each of the action plan that will be developed in each of the municipalities? So the choice of the group determines the area of work on the SSP plan you're going to develop?
I didn't understand. You have to say it again.
Okay. For example, if you choose group one, it means that, does it mean that the facilitator who choose group one, the plan is going to develop in his municipality is going to focus in group one, or it can be on any area?
Yeah. The practitioners level, we're doing a
Yep.
fake case study just for practitioners to have the experience of what it means SSP. Then we will close the fake case study and we'll talk about, okay, now Simone in Bern, you know, back to the reality. What does it mean for him? What is his location? Who are his real stakeholders? So practitioners is just for you to know what the methodology is about. Your reality will be different than Copenhagen. Absolutely. It will be different than Copenhagen. Copenhagen is a made up place that we just created. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Any other
Thanks
question?
for the clarification.
Hi, Leonela. This is Mingma. So we in Nepal, and some of us here, we are preparing a climate resilient sanitation safety plan for a municipality. So besides the basic course, which course would you recommend? Is it the facilitators that we should join or the practitioners?
The thing is that it is a ladder training. Means if you want to do facilitators, you have to do practitioners as well.
Mhm.
Because I mean, everybody takes part on the basics. Everybody has to watch the videos. Everybody has to take part on the 1 hour in the 1 hour basics. Then the facilitators is just doing a fake case study, which is called Copenhagen, in which you do an SSP like it was real. And then facilitators is, okay, you have to do Mahalaxmi. Oof, who are your stakeholders? What do you have to do? Who will be the dam? What activities you need to do? You know, so it is not either or. You are building up skills depending on what do you need to deliver. So I have always said that the basic is really basic for everybody to understand what is it SSP about. For me, the practitioners is for SSP members, SSP team members, because they have to do a local health risk analysis, and then they learn how to do it, and they can do it for their own localities. But not everybody is a facilitator. Not everybody will have to drive. Nobody will have to write the invitations for steering committee meetings. Not everybody will have to call SSP members. So that's the kind of skills, that project management skills that we give to that one person who is responsible of the SSP. Let's say it like this. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we are way ahead late. Any other question? And then, so you all know Luis, the one with the Spanish flag behind him. he is the one who does the entire registration and management of participants. Okay, so please write him an email saying, Luis, we are going to be in this team, and then he has his Excel file and he can include you here, include you there. So he will always be able to go to the back end and change passwords in case something happens. So Edwin, I believe that many people from Nigeria didn't join, huh?
I've also been receiving messages and feedbacks in terms of connection. Some of them are already they have already enrolled their profile online. I think it has to do with login, password, and all that, which I think we can resolve. That is good. We even text around the introductory training. I think it helps to make those corrections before we start the full.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, just one question. So one of the participants asks, is there going to be a certification for this training?
We can make a certification, right? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
And then, I mean, you know that that our engagement with you guys is long term. So we also, right, Sophie, we want to support future facilitators and help you out, because we know that the action plan won't be ready on the 15th. So it will be ready. It takes a while to develop, to do the whole research about your locality, to understand the stakeholders. So it takes time. So we can support you obviously on all of that. Okay. So it's not a one-time training goodbye. This is a long-term cooperation between all of us. Okay.
All right, Leonela, can I ask another question? The last question from my side.
Sure.
Are we going to touch upon the climate resilient aspects within this module?
Very much. Very much. Okay. Very much. Yeah. Yes. We were very lucky to count with the support of the University of Sydney. They have been updating the SSP on climate issues, right? Mm-hmm. So there is a new version of the manual, which it's just the draft version, which we will upload on Wednesday. Is in a PDF non-ready version, considering already the whole climate thing, and the entire training has the climate component, the entire training. So it's there. That's the one new, well, there are two new things, and this one is that we are focusing on the entire sanitation system and in climate issues. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else? All right.
Okay,
Sophie.
just to ask one more last question. Yes. Is there still room for those who want to participate in the basic training for them to enroll from Nigeria?
We need name, last name, and email address.
Great.
And Luis is the one who goes to the back end and create usernames. Sophie and I are not too hot to do that. So,
all right.
Please inform Luis, and he will always help you out. Okay?
Great.
All right. Good. Well, Sophie, if there is nothing else.
No, not from my side. Thanks, Leo. I think you've given a good description, and I think it was important, to just clarify on the climate change element that, we really wanted, to integrate the climate resilient piece into SSP and not having two separate processes. And so that's why, the decision was made to really incorporate those elements in the manual, as Leo was mentioning earlier. So just to clarify that. But aside from that, I don't have any more comments, and I just look forward to Wednesday when we can get started.
Yes, please, guys, please remember, go to the private area, go to the SSP modules, go to introduction and watch video of the introduction. And then we need you to watch module 1 as well. So for Wednesday, you have to watch 2 videos. Okay? Please keep in mind that you can download the PPTs, you can make notes, you can print them and have them ready before. And so on Wednesday, we can already start with our training. Okay? So if you have any doubt, go always to program and then read, okay, for Wednesday, it's telling you pre-watch this session, have always your SSP manual in front of you, your guidelines in front of you, and let's make the most of this 1 hour. Keep in mind that blue means working with this Copentown fake case study. And then this session is really to talk, oof, now it's your turn to do it. So how you do it? Huh? Okay. All right. So if we're all, if we know all what we have to do, then thumbs up. Are we? All right. Very okay. All right. Nice, nice. So we'll have 2 days to get ourselves ready and comfortable with the platform, and then on Wednesday at 9 o'clock time Lagos, and I believe it is 1:45, right, in Nepal.
Yes.
Then we will start with the first module. Watch the videos, all right? And please let Luis know which is the system that you are going to participate. Please let us know if you want to change from basic to practitioners or facilitators. We can make all changes, okay? But please before Wednesday, so we're not like and last minute, all right? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So if this is all, we say goodbye and we see you on Wednesday. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.